Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I've seen a couple comments on previous videos. People have been asking for a pro and con video regarding the Bartesian Duet. And guess what? That's what I'm going to do today. We'll go over a couple pros and also a couple cons of the Bartesian Duet version. Let's get right into it. And of course, I should note that these are personal opinions. Everybody's going to have a different say. If you actually have the machine, you're going to get a different experience. It's going to change. These are personal. I've had the machine for about 2.5 years now. I still use it. I love using it. So these are coming from myself. I'll start with 3 pros for the machine and then we'll go into 3 different cons. First pro, and it's probably on everybody's mind, is having drinks on demand. Who doesn't love drinks on demand? Let me tell you, there's nothing better than building up a bar with drinks that you like without having to get all the mix-ins. Just that right there, not having to get any of the mix-ins, orange juice, cranberry juice, whatever, that's a big head turner for people when considering these machines. Because all you have to do is go online, find the pods that you like, all the ingredients, they're in the pod. It's already measured out for you. You just have to put it in the machine and make a drink. And this is what I mean when I say drinks on demand. I've obviously built up a little bit of a collection here of drinks that I like, but knowing that, I can come home on a Friday after work or a Saturday, pick one of my favorite drinks, put it in the machine, make it myself. Feels like a cocktail that you get at a bar, but it's at your home. Number 2 is that it is a talking piece when people come over. If you have a little bit of a collection like I do, and you have different spirits, you've collected different spirit bottles. If you have the Duet version, you can buy extra bottles to have different spirits. But if you build a little bit of a collection, it is a talking piece. Like I said, when people come over, you can have your drinks out, your pods, they can pick one, and then you brew it right then and there. It's so easy to do. And that's the other thing. You don't have to measure any alcohol out, any mix-ins out, orange juice, whatever. The machine does it for you. You just have to put in what strength you want the alcohol to come out with. And that's the other thing. I like it because you can do virgin options. You might have people come over who don't really like alcohol. Hey, we can still accommodate you with a virgin option. Again, all you have to do is put a pod in and hit the start button. Hit brew. I mentioned this many times before. This is like a Keurig coffee machine. You put it in, you wait, and then it makes it for you. You could still be having a conversation with your friends or whoever, your family. It's not like you're mixing all the ingredients together. The machine is doing it for you. Pro number 3 is the cost of the machine itself. I've done a couple videos in the past comparing the pricing of the machine. What you want to do if you are interested in getting a machine, you want to wait for those sales. I just happened to get mine during a Father's Day sale. It was a good price. To be honest, I got the machine and I got 2 boxes of 8 pods for a whole, like a $50 reduction, $60 reduction. It saved me money, which then I could technically put towards more pods. But then again, saving $50, $60 at that time, pretty good deal. If you're interested in getting one of these machines, like I said, I highly recommend just waiting for those sales. They come out. You just have to compare the price now and then compare it when there is a sale. That's just the price of the machine. What I like now is that Bartesian has started marketing and pricing out their pods differently. Normally when I used to buy them online, it was a fixed price. Everything was the same. Now if you go on their website, you go on their app, you see that there's fluctuations in the price per pods, which I like because sometimes I find a pod that I really like on sale, I can grab it for a little bit at a cheaper price. But I think one of these pods, if you buy it in an 8-pack, like I said, I used to buy it when it was a flat rate, one pod is $3, priced out. That's Canadian, I paid Canadian. $3 per drink. You gotta think, if you go to a bar somewhere, that's obviously going north of $8, $9, $10, even might go over that. Having $3 for 8 drinks, or $3 per drink, and you have 8 drinks. That's pretty good right there. Now we're gonna talk about 3 cons. And again, this might be different if you have the machine, you've experienced it yourself. Personally, I have trouble coming up with 3 cons because I love the machine. That's why I started this channel to promote the machine and share it with everybody else. But I'm going to try and find 3 cons to talk about so people are informed. Starting off with con number 1, and that is the amount of drinks that you get per box. And I say this as a con way because, to be honest, you got to think. You could go to the liquor store, you could get 1 beer or 1 cocktail drink that you haven't tried before. Hey, you're going to try it out. Sure, it's 1 drink. I don't know what's that costing you, $4. If you don't like it, that's 1 drink. If you buy a box of pods that you haven't tried before, there's 8 pods in there, and you're paying $25-ish after conversion, or give or take. If you try it and you don't like it, it's just going to hang around. 1 drink that I do not like, and you'll see it, I'll show you, is a Candyman margarita. It's a specialty drink around Halloween. I thought it'd be a different taste. I have a lot of pods of Candyman margaritas just sitting here because I personally do not like the taste. I thought it would be different. So that's the thing. If you don't really know what you're looking for and you want to explore, that's the only thing. If you get the pods, you do not like them, it's going to feel like a waste of money to you. But then again, like I said, if you have people over, you can always offer them that pod, so you get rid of it. If we open up, yes, I have a lot. We can see I have about 4 Candyman margaritas. I just do not like those, so they stay in the bottom or the back of my tray here. Number 2 is just the shelf life of the pods themselves. You can see here, I have a lot of pods in my tray right here. I also have pods in my fridge. There's a mini fridge that this sits on. And guess what? There's pods in there. If you aren't a big drinker, or you find that you're going to be using this from time to time, not all the time, the shelf life on the pods can go south. Then again, they don't expire. That's the thing. These do not expire. That could be another pro right there. The only thing that these do is if it passes the expiry date, you might see a little bit of clouding in the pod itself. You can see some clouding right there. Nothing is wrong with it. It is still fine to drink. What I like to do is I get out a shaker cup, and then I get a strainer. I shake it, or at least brew it in here, and then strain it out just in case there is any cloudy bits. You don't really want to be serving that to somebody. You're not one to drink a lot. You just like to have this here just in case the pods might start to go. But then again, they're still fine. And con number 3, and this is more so specific for the Duet version, and you could probably see where I'm going with this, is that there's only 2 spirit bottles in the machine. And again, this is very minor, and the points that I'm going to make in relation to this are very minor. If you have a couple people over, it might be tedious, yes, to interchange the bottles if you have other bottles. If you have the 4 bottle option, you're pretty much all set. I'm not one to drink gin. I have all other spirits here, rum, tequila, vodka, and whiskey. If somebody wants to interchange those or makes a completely different drink, yes, it could be a little hassle popping this off, inserting a new bottle, changing it in the system, because you have to indicate what bottles are in which specific location. Again, very minor, I'm reaching here, but you might feel the same. Another thing, and again, very minor because it only affects 1 drink, is that with the 2 spirit version, you cannot make a Long Island iced tea because that takes 3 spirits. And obviously, it can't draw from 3 bottles here. Then again, like I said, I am reaching because there's only 1 drink that takes 3 spirits. Why spend the money to get a pod that does not work with this machine? It will not read it. That's the thing. You're best just to leave it. And again, very minor things. But like I said, I had to come up with 3 different cons. So there we have it, a little pro and con video regarding the Bartesian Duet. That I cannot speak enough of this. I love my machine right here. I bought it as a graduation present. I just love having the ability to come home, or it's on the weekend, make a cocktail that I would normally get from the bar myself and have that on the weekend or whenever. that's always it's always a positive for me, like a piece to show off. If you have people come over, you can make them a drink. Like I said, if you don't like pods, you have pods that you don't like, you serve those ones to those people. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, it varies per person, but those were 3 pros and cons coming from myself. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and like more review videos. You saw how many pods I have. A couple of review videos coming up, especially during these warmer summer months. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.